Above me was the sky. Below me, the shining city, my home. And outside the city, the dark. Lucifer hovered a little below the host, watching their maneuvers, calling directions.
Lucifer.
Yes, Raguel. Have you discovered your malefactor?
I think so. I hope so. Will you accompany me to Zefkil's cell? There are others waiting for us there, and I will explain everything.
Certainly. Azazel!
An angel broke from the circle. The others adjusted almost imperceptibly to his disappearance, filling the space, so he could no longer see where he had been.
Yes, sir. You called?
I have to leave. You are in command, Azazel. Keep them drilling. They still have much to perfect.
Yes, sir. Wheel left. Now, Gold Squadron, rise and break.
Farewell.
Silver Squadron,
I shall not be long.
Don't
He's my second in command. Bright, enthusiastic. Azazel would follow you anywhere.
What are you training them for?
War.
With whom?
How do you mean?
Who are they going to fight? Who else is there?
I do not know. But he has named us to be his army, so we will be perfect for him. The name is infallible and all just and all wise, Raguel. It cannot be otherwise, no matter what.
You were going to say?
It is of no importance.
We did not talk for the rest of the descent to Zefkil's cell.
I looked at my watch. It was almost 3. A chill breeze had begun to blow down the L.A. street, and I shivered.
You okay? You're not bored or nothing.
I'm fine. Please carry on. I'm fascinated. It's a whodunit, isn't it?
Ah, there you are, Raguel. I believe you must be responsible for my visitors.
They were waiting for Lucifer and me in Zefkil's cell. Fanuel, Raguel, and Zefkil. Zefkil was sitting in his chair. Lucifer took up a position beside the window. I walked to the center of the room, and I began.
I thank you all for coming here. You know who I am. You know my function. I am the vengeance of the name, the arm of the Lord. I am Raguel. The angel Carousel is dead. It was given to me to find out why he died, who killed him. This I have done. Now, the angel Carousel was a designer in the Hall of Being. He was very good, or so I am told. Lucifer, tell me what you were doing before you came upon Fanuel and the body.
I have told you already. I was walking.
Where were you walking?
I do not see what business that is of yours.
Tell me.
Very well. I was walking in the dark. I have been walking in the darkness for some time now. It helps me to gain a perspective on the city, being outside it. I see how fair it is, how perfect. There is nothing more enchanting than our home, nothing more complete, nowhere else that anyone would want to be.
And what do you do in the dark, Lucifer?
I walk. And there are voices in the dark. I listen to the voices. They promise me things, ask me questions, whisper and plead, and I ignore them. I steel myself and I gaze at the city. It is the only way I have of testing myself, putting myself to any kind of trial. I am the captain of the host. I am the first among the angels, and I must prove myself.
Why did you not tell me this before?
Because I am the only angel who walks in the dark. Because I do not want others to walk in the dark. I am strong enough to challenge the voices, to test myself. Others are not so strong. Others might stumble or fall.
Thank you, Lucifer. That is all for now. Fanuel, How long have you been taking credit for Carousel's work?
What?
Well?
I would not take credit for another's work.
But you did take credit for love.
Yes, I did.
Manuel, would you care to explain to us all what love is?
Well, yes, of course. It's a feeling of deep affection and attraction for another being, often combined with passion or desire, a need to be with another. The feeling that we have for the name, for our Creator, that is love, amongst other things. Love will be an impulse which will inspire and ruin in equal measure, and we are very proud of it.
Who did the majority of the work on love? No, don't answer. Let me ask the others first. Zefkiel? When Fanuel passed the details on love to you for approval, who did he tell you was responsible for it?
He told me it was entirely his project.
Thank you, sir. Now, Raguel, whose was love?
Mine. Mine and Carousel's. Perhaps more his than mine, but we worked on it together.
You knew that Fanuel was claiming the credit for it.
Yes.
And you permitted this.
He promised us that he would give us a good project of our own to follow. He promised that if we said nothing, we would be given more big projects. And he was true to his word. He gave us death.
Well, Fanuel?
It is true that I claimed that love was mine.
But it was Carousel's and Raguel's.
Yes.
Their last project before death.
Yes.
That is all. Carousel was a remarkable designer. If he had one failing, it was that he threw himself too deeply into his work. Raguel. You're shivering, Raguel.
Am I?
Raguel, who did Carousel love? Who was his lover? Well?
How did you know?
Just answer my question.
I was.
Do you want to tell me about it?
No. But I suppose I must. Very well, then. We worked together. And when we began to work on love, we became lovers. It was his idea. We would go back to his cell whenever we could snatch the time. There we touched each other, held each other, whispered endearments and protestations of eternal devotion. His welfare mattered more to me than my own. I existed for him. When I was alone, I would repeat his name to myself and think of nothing but him. And when I was with him, nothing else mattered.
And why did you kill him?
Because he would no longer love me. When we started to work on death, he lost interest. He was no longer mine. He belonged to death. And if I could not have him, then his new lover was welcome to him. I could not bear his presence. I could not endure to have him near me and to know that he felt nothing for me. That was what hurt the most. I thought, I hoped that if he was gone, then I would no longer care for him, that the pain would stop. So I killed him. I stabbed him and I threw his body from our window in the Hall of Being. But the pain has not stopped. Now what?